All right, we live. All right, y'all. So I know last time we were supposed to have some scheduling conflicts, but we back, right? That's on me, you know what I'm saying? But so anime may not get discussed this week. We will see, but we will have watch along with either me or Cryptic, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying, to watch anime and have our anime weekends, you know what I'm saying? But if you haven't seen the title, we're here to talk Fantastic Four. All right, so let me go ahead and look into the camera when I say this and lean into the mic. If you have not seen it, leave
right now.
Fuck all
right
that.
now.
Stay. Get spoiled.
This
And,
spoil
and
is
I want to
crazy.
ask that. I want to ask that. Like, how we doing this? We going straight thorough review, or we
Bro,
going
if
like
you ain't seen that
first?
motherfucker, fuck the spoils, bro. You ain't seen it. You ain't seen it. You're not really a
Yeah,
fan for real.
that's
Y'all
what
heard
I'm
it.
saying.
Y'all heard it from them first. I tried to say y'all niggas.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's hey, look, I'm just saying it should be like that. Like it should we already know what's going on, gang. Y'all know what's going on. So with that
Bruh.
being said, we seen it. We spared y'all with the Superman, right? We spared y'all with the Superman.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? We spared that. But everybody knew about Fantastic Four. It's Marvel, right? So at
Yeah.
this point in time, y'all knew what was going on. Could I say something probably like people may have been like I'm a little worried about seeing Superman. So it's like, all right, cool. That's right. That's we'll give y'all that. But this Fantastic Four, nah, bro. Been talking about it for a minute. We've been talking about
No
people been talking
excuses.
about it being no excuses. No excuses. So with that being said, let's just pop this off. Ratings. Y'all know I was gonna hit the rating something serious.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this the face on because we know he's the world's biggest hater. So
Mm. Damn.
yeah, we gonna figure out.
I wear it proudly. I wear it proudly. Man. We cannot be. We can't be soft with this shit, bro. Like, I've been a Marvel fan for too long. Comics, cartoons, movies,
Okay.
TV, whatever, bro. So yeah, I gotta go ahead and keep it a bean. I'm giving this joint a solid five, bro. Five, straight up and down. Straight up. If we being thorough,
Ah!
put in my. I mean, if we going take for take, we going take for take. And if you can debate
Break
my
that
five,
down, bro.
make me
Break that
change it,
down.
then debate me, man. Give me a good take. If I,
Mm,
Nah, I need him to break it down first for me to
I, I,
understand what.
I'll break it down in 1 or 2 sentences.
Okay.
This
that's
movie, this movie to me, why I give it a five? It's like it's like saying, "Hey, baby, let's go on a date to this restaurant. We never been here before. It's our first time going to this restaurant. You get to the restaurant, the food's already made for you. There's no waiter, there's no chef, there's no ambiance. It's just plated food in 2 chairs. It's like that's tight, but where's the experience, bruh? Where's the experience? How I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. There's no experience, bro. Like they gave us everything aesthetically. Like that's sexy. It looks so good, but there's no substance to this movie, bro. And you still gotta pay the full restaurant bill. You still gotta do that.
wow.
That's
Okay.
that's how I feel about it, bro.
Whew, yeah, he's living up to be the hater. Number one, you have to
That
change
is
it.
because what did he give? Didn't he give fucking Superman a 6?
No, I give Superman a six. I gave it an eight.
No, 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 no. You said if you were being harsh, you'd give
Oh, if I
you.
was being harsh, yeah, I
Yeah,
would've given it a six.
yeah. So he rated Superman. So you're for the chat. You're saying Superman
Mhm.
is a better movie
The
than
Fantastic Four,
the Fantastic Four.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Savage. Go
I
ahead.
got some.
Go ahead.
So I see where he's coming from. And I have been seeing a lot of people go tit for tat when it came to Superman and Fantastic Four. Either people really like Superman better or they really like Fantastic Four better. And a lot of people are saying that if you want to watch a superhero movie where it's about being a hero, you go watch Superman. If you want to watch a superhero movie, it's not really about being a superhero, it's more about family, go watch Fantastic Four. My rating for it,
Mhm.
Fantastic Four is more like a build-up movie, but my rating for it would be, if I'm being really harsh on it, I'd say like a 6 or 7.
Okay,
I'd
that's
say I'd
you
say
being
like
harsh.
that. Yeah, that's me being harsh. I do think that there were things that they could have improved, and I do agree that Superman was the better superhero movie about being a hero. This movie doesn't. There's really not too much about being a hero. There was a lot of, and we talked about this last time. Well, damn, I can't spoil it. Well, are we spoiling it or not?
We already in it, bro. Go ahead.
Okay,
Y'all,
cool. So, all right, look. So James had brought up a good point that he predicted that the movie was going to be, like the Council of Reeds. They're going to come after him because he didn't give up the child. He didn't give up Franklin, and what that didn't really happen. But the world came after them and was like, yeah, and he didn't give it up. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Fuck that nigga, bro.
I was about to do that.
Look, if I'm a regular human being and I don't know Franklin has powers, we don't know. They don't even know. They thought that he was just gonna be a regular baby, and I'm living up to the hype that the first family is the only superheroes in that entire universe, and they're doing their fucking thing, and they get their ass smacked. And he made a deal with them that all you gotta do is give up the baby. I'm with the people. I would have been like, get that nigga up. Like straight
Okay.
up.
Okay. Okay. So all right. So if we're critiquing these ratings are based on being harsh, right?
Yes, like I would say more detailed. If I'm as a comic book fan, I do think the movie was good. I don't think it was bad. I don't think either one of the movies were bad. I really did like Fantastic Four. My harsh rating is 6. My high rating, just being a fan, like a 7. Do I think that it was better than the first Fantastic Four movies, storyline wise and visual wise? I think that was better, only because of the fact that they finally got my man Thing right. I love the story, bro. I grew up on. I love that. Don't get me wrong. I love the original, but
I'm the original. Okay, all right. So
it's Marvel, bro. It's Marvel Disney, bro. It's always gonna look sexy. We can't keep away with that.
But
Not enough.
But bruh, okay. All right.
What's your rating? You got
give your rating, James, before we get into particulars.
Okay, you right. So I am giving it an 8.
An 8?
That's you being harsh.
That's your harsh rating?
Me being harsh.
An 8?
Me being harsh with the 8, but me giving it being harsh being the 8. Because it's between the 7 and the 8, but I lean more towards the 8 because everything that I like had 7 about, like I had to critique it a little bit, but hearing other people's angles and stuff like that, some of the stuff kind of made sense that I said, so I had to scale it back. But it didn't start off like that. It was conversations that was had constantly about it, and they proved some valid points.
10 out of 10. Watch.
So yeah, no, my what's the name for this? Because you got to understand that I based them off the movie itself, right? Okay. Not Marvel movies about how core can it be, and then the theme of it and how it sticks to the theme. So that's how I look at it. Yeah, so that's how I look at movies. I don't look at movies like Marvel movies, and it's we're going against what's name. I look at this is supposed to be about a family, and they're Marvel's really first family, right? Oh man, Jake coming in there with the hot takes. Jake, that's the end question.
It's funny later. As shit that he asked that.
Oh, hold on. We got Strap Season, the reason in here. That's been a minute since I seen that name. Yeah. Hold on, Black Dynamite saying hush up, nigga. I mean, I guess he got to hush up, nigga. I don't know.
He went like that. Yeah, tell him, cuz.
Yeah. He went like that. He went like that.
Aggressiveness is crazy in the chat today.
But no, I'm gonna leave it at 8. If I had to put on the higher scale, it would be it could be a 9. It would be a 9. Like, I mean, because I'm saying, you know what? If I say that, okay, so I think on a lower scale, let me take that back. It'll be a 7. 7
Okay.
on a lower scale, 8 on the higher
On the
scale.
high
Like
scale.
they're very thin. That's a thin razor line thing. But now we can get to semantics so I can explain.
That's
my
what
point.
I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. I agree.
But go ahead. The biggest hater, you popped it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go ahead.
We
Yep.
want to get it. We getting into semantics now.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting semantics
Details.
now.
So this is why I rated it a 5, right? If we like you said, like I try to go in this movie super unbiased. I didn't watch no trailers. I didn't look at no spoilers. They leaked the first 5 minutes on Twitter. I just kept scrolling.
Okay.
But shit like that, like that's also why I'm like not so hype about it, because for one, they've been promoting this movie for longer than a year, right?
Okay.
But not just regular promotion. Like they've been going over the top. Like we never miss dinner at 7:00. Been posting the same meme for months and months. Like, so when I'm watching the movie, you can tell, or maybe like I don't know, maybe it's just me. But for one, all right, let me give a little bit of credit. Like, it's aesthetically one of the best movies I ever seen. And you can see the influence from WandaVision. You can see the influence from Loki. And just the color blue has been popular for the last 2 months with Superman and Fantastic Four. And you know what I'm saying? Like in this blue coloring. So how you display that on camera is very difficult. And I think that they did a great job. The CGI on this joint wasn't too bad, except for when Thing was holding the baby. Like, I hated that. They did that so trash. Every time Thing holds the baby, you can tell it's CGI. It's so bad.
Well, I mean, this baby's real. But go ahead.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the baby, it's kind of hard to have an orange rock man holding a real life baby. But it looks bad. Or you can tell. Like, that's the worst part of CGI in the movie. But they've just been doing so much. And then, like, I take shit literal. Like, Kevin Feige said this was a no homework movie. The name of the movie is called First Steps. It's supposed to introduce Phase 6. Like, and I just feel like, bro, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the movie. To me, that's not tight. Like, it's no plot, or not as no plot, but we get the whole plot from the movie. We get the whole plot from the trailer, from the initial trailer. It's no action in the movie. It was a waste. They wasted the clobbering time drop. Like, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad.
Oh man!
I'm not gonna use Cryptic's his phrase, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you know how it ended. I'm gonna let him get into that, but we know how it ended. Like, to me, if you said Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was a bad movie and you're praising this movie, you're drunk, or like you've been programmed, bro. You're compromised.
Oh gosh, you're compromised.
Damn!
There's no way you can say Quantumania was a bad movie and say Fantastic Four was a good movie.
Whoa, okay.
Because the same thing happens to me, like, or to me, like, in my opinion, like, yo, you get introduced to the next big bad, and there's a trash fight scene, and he loses. Like, he loses. We didn't see Galactus turn up not one time, bruh. Like, or like, we didn't really get to see like the real scope of his powers. He got physical, you know what I'm saying? He threw the thing out of space. He stretched Reed Richards, which is like, okay, we know he can stretch. So is he gonna rip his neck off? Is he gonna rip his head off? He just pulled his body. Like, it's just bullshitting. Yeah. Like he smacked Sue Storm out the car, so he didn't really get to use none of his, like, they did a lot of hinting at the cosmic power, the power of cosmic. Like, that's supposed to be, I guess, the new way to introduce mutant powers, but we didn't even get to see him use it. So how are we supposed to know what it does? Like,
that's me. He used the labor.
Yeah, he did use that. No, that was the power. That was the power. The only power we're seeing, that we used the baby.
He induced labor.
He induced labor.
We don't know what this power can do other than make babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure, like, where they're gonna expand it at is like it's reality warping, it's like shit like that. But like, we didn't really get to see none of that. We didn't get to see none of that. Like, we had to hint at that, and for them to say that this is a no homework movie, they did so much. The movie's only really, really dope if you did your homework. Like, we don't get to see the Fantastic Four fight one time, except for at the end, and that shit is whack. Like, I mean, they cut a lot of the movie out. Like, the movie, like, I'll give them that. Like, that's like their new direction. Like, we're trying to keep our movies under 2 hours, 3 hours type vibe. Like, the movie was only an hour and 55. You know what I'm saying? 55 minutes. which
Oh
is
yeah.
Mm,
Nah. Okay. So no.
I agree with
There's
you, Jake.
yeah. Nah. I'm about to say nah. Jake dropping some nods real quick. So
Mhm.
it's the truth. So that's what I was going to say. That one Galactus, he can change his size. He can
yeah.
change his size. Two, like for them to be on a galactic, like he said that Jake said, to be fair, the F4 were used to only city level threats, so Galactus shrunk down to their size, most likely to keep it from a universal power on a tiny planet, which is true. You also got to think about it. This is that he still wanted Franklin.
Yeah,
If Galactus really went crazy, he would have fucked around and killed Franklin.
in which he
So,
didn't want to.
which he didn't want to. He didn't
He
want to.
he didn't do anything. He didn't. He
Which
didn't kill nobody. Like it's people underground. He didn't stomp hard and shake subterranea. Nothing.
I
He
don't
didn't
think he
destroy no
cared.
buildings. Nothing.
He didn't care
So,
about any of
so
that.
I
But
let
that's
me.
whack though. Like how you gonna introduce this big bad that everybody's supposed to be afraid of and not have him be a big bad? He didn't do nothing but get fucked up.
I got to take on it. I got
Okay,
you.
go ahead.
So, because I've been seeing a lot of memes of Galactus, that nigga actually getting his ass beat several different ways from Sunday in every different universe. And we're talking Legos, like this nigga just gets kicked into a portal and ends up somewhere else. One thing I did not know, which I didn't know this was a fact, there's only one Galactus.
Correct.
Yeah.
He's the next.
So wherever he ends up is going to be somewhere else. So we haven't seen the last of him.
For sure.
He's definitely
mean,
going to pop
hey,
back up.
It's like when
you
you
saw
see
my take.
So
the king, right?
that's what I'm saying. So with this, I didn't really take this movie as when the term reboot and rearrange shit keeps getting thrown around. I took this as this is a stepping stone. This is our first movie
That's
that we're
what
going to
it
use.
is.
And then we're going to go and build off of this. I knew that this movie wasn't going to be Avengers Endgame level or anything like that. I knew that this movie was just going to be used as an example to going forward and to build. We saw Dr. Doom. We don't know who that nigga is because they didn't show us her face. So it might not be Robbie Downey Jr. It might be somebody else. I saw another theory going around
thinking that too.
of that nigga getting swapped at birth.
I've been seeing that too. But
his dad not giving. When Tony was like, "Hey, bro, it's your birthday," or it's my wife just gave birth, and that's not his actual birthday. And I'm like,
yeah, I saw that theory too. Bro. I saw that theory too. Yeah.
With there's a lot of shit being thrown around, and like I said, I knew about the Fantastic Four, but I wasn't a huge fan. Matter of fact, funny enough, right before I came into this podcast, I got into a Marvel Rivals lobby, and some dude said he wasn't going to go see it specifically because Silver Surfer was a woman, and he was like, Silver Surfer's my favorite. And I'm like, but
she smoked that shit.
No, that shit was fire. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm about to say no. Silver Surfer went crazy.
If it's two characters, now granted, I know that Johnny was kind of a gag character, but I thought out of all the Johnnies,
best Johnny.
This Johnny did his fucking thing. Like they didn't use him as a fun. Like he was funny, but he was still doing his shit.
Yeah,
and him doing the knowledge shit just so he could rizz up the shit. Like let's not fool anybody. He definitely was doing it just to rizz up her. Come on now. But then he hit her with the, and this is what you did. And she was like, oh, shit.
I hated that.
Oh, yeah. So that's one of my gripes.
Bruh, why didn't she just destroy all the screens and shit right there? She's the fucking Silver Surfer, bruh. Why she destroy all that shit, bro? Why she get emotional?
I honestly don't know, because even the old one, I brought up the original from our childhood growing up. Silver Surfer got turned around by Sue, and Sue talked to Silver Surfer, was like, yo, you're really just gonna let Galactus after all this shit? This shit doesn't bother you? And then he switched sides. Same thing happened in this movie. This time
he did
Johnny.
that, if I'm not mistaken, he did that because she reminded him of his wife.
Yeah, his home world.
Silver Surfer didn't have that connection, or at least they didn't show that.
It was they brought up the little girl. They brought up Johnny, and they showed that. Hey, bro, they showed that.
Hold on. We're talking about Johnny. We're talking about. Okay, I'm losing track of what exactly we're referring to in this one. Are we complaining that? Go ahead.
I was talking about the we were comparing the old Silver Surfer and how he switched
Oh,
sides compared to the one in the new one. How
okay.
she switched sides, how the plot point of her switching sides was Johnny going up and talking about her and her little girl and how she became the Herald, and you see all that, and then all of a sudden he flipped the script and was like, so you did all of this, what about these other worlds that you just said fuck it? And then she just goes into a panic and, you know, does whatever the fuck she does, which
Yeah,
it unnecessary. There probably could have been a better way to do it.
definitely could have been a better way to do it. That's one of my gripes. That's
They
one of my
stole,
gripes.
they stole an action scene from us for a guilt trip. And
Yeah,
that's trash to me. Like they could have had like at least another chase scene or something with Silver Surfer and or made the chase scene a little longer for Silver Surfer and Johnny Storm, but instead
hey,
the guilt trip and she
but
just leaves. Like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
the chase scene was like that though.
I'm about to
The
say
chase
no.
scene when they was going, and
One
then,
of the best scenes in Marvel in general. I'm staying
bro,
there.
and I seen this shit. I think I sent it to you, but the part where basically Sue said, "Yo, Johnny, unalive her ass." I was like, "Whoa,
Oh yeah, that was dark.
whoa!"
Yeah.
That, like,
But
Sue?
Johnny's with the shit though. He talked a lot of shit, but he was like,
Johnny was
man,
like,
fuck it.
Sue. He was like, your nephew. She was, you right.
I'm right, you're right. You're right.
Let
Damn.
me get
Oh,
up
you got
out of
me.
here.
Yeah, you
Like,
gotta
come
respect
on,
big
bro.
sis. I mean,
I
go ahead.
no, I was just gonna close it out with saying going back to what Jake said about the character, because he asked about how do we feel about the characters. I honestly
Okay.
think that this movie we seen a lot more development of the characters. I wish there would have been a little bit more, but I think the Thing got really good character developments. Him saying, I fuck with the beard. I think they need to keep that. I hope they keep that. That shit looks fire as fuck.
Yeah, I'm fucking with it.
Yeah,
Fuck with the beard
and
too, yeah.
Johnny got big character development. Seeing Sue get more like real, like not her just being all hopeful and her getting real about, you know, wanting to protect her, not only her kid but also Earth, and, you know, relating to the people of Earth. And then also seeing Reed go through his, like, you know, he was like, hey bro, I can kill my son or I can save these niggas. Like he was and like seeing that is only something that I've only seen in the comics of Reed making those decisions, of those gut-wrenching decisions where it comes down to, you know, either saving a nigga or a nigga gotta die. So, and that's where I say, going back to what you brought up, James, I think that because of those decisions, the Council of Reeds could come because of that. Because they're going to ask him, well, why didn't you knew that this was going to happen. Why didn't you just make that decision?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it still can come into play. Yeah, to be honest with you, my favorite character, absolutely, to answer Jake's question, is between Johnny and honestly the Silver Surfer. To be honest with you, Johnny was just done so well. I think there was a lot of corn stuff like him. Like, okay, my whole problem is, one of my problems and my gripes about it is everybody being a scientist, right? I think that Johnny being a scientist thing was a little bit of a reach to me. I could believe. Yeah, they said they were all scientists.
Oh yeah, he did say, he said, I'm bringing everybody on because they're scientists and close to me.
Yeah, like I think that was still a reach. I think that like him falling into, I was talking to some of my family and they were saying that, you know, it falls into his behavior as in like the playboy, right? But my thing is with this is you didn't have to try to make him a scientist to understand that. I understand that Reed, because my rebuttal was Reed is smart enough to figure that out instantly if it was that important. But he didn't. It's not about, and the one thing they said is he can't figure out simple things, right? But I said that no, if there is an equation to something, Reed can figure it out, and that could have been the equation. So I mean, I think that was a little bit like too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I think that Johnny should have been more of the pilot. For real. He should have been the pilot, and Ben should have been like the mechanic. Now it makes sense that they're really close and they beef back and forth. And you don't have to be as like I gotta be a science to understand this,
I
and you can
got you.
still do
Got you.
this. Like that makes the most sense to me. But I digress. I mean, let me know what y'all think about me putting that out there. But that was one of my like smaller things, but it still was a gripe of mine.
I agree. I do think I don't get me wrong. I do like that little plot point of him, figuring that out. Him going to Sue and being like, "Hey, and her saying, just take it to Reed. Reed has a lot on his mind, so he's going through a lot. So him having that little character development of him figuring that shit out. I don't think he needed to like be a scientist in that aspect, but him doing that, I think, was a good plot point of the movie. It could have been something else, and I do agree with the whole switching because I was like, okay, Ben was the pilot and he was like the gunner. It should have been switched, and I think in the original growing up, it was that. I think Ben was a mechanic and Johnny was the fighter. But then that also goes back to the whole thing of like the typical trope of fighters being or pilots being hotheads and stuff like that.
I
It's
mean,
like,
it makes sense. It makes nothing
It
but sense.
but
Yeah.
I the only thing I don't like about it is we seen it. We seen it. I'm tired of seeing Johnny as like Chris Evans, bro. Chris Evans
Yeah.
did a way better job than Michael B. Jordan as the character. No, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he did.
And like, but the whole thing of him going back and forth with Ben, the jokes is at different times,
Yeah.
early 2000s compared to now. I don't want to see that. Like I said, the jokes and everything, them going back and forth in the movie, I think that was perfect. It wasn't too much, wasn't trying to be overly funny. I think it was perfect.
No, they did a good job of creating like the family dynamic, like
Yeah, there we go. That's
they
yep.
had, like big brother, Johnny being little
Excuse
brother,
me.
but they like, you know what I'm saying? They almost like Irish twins in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
with Johnny being like, I think what got fucked up is that instead of him being like a super scientist, even though like that plot point was a good way to show his IQ, like I think he was more so interested in like space traveling.
Yes, that
like
was the thing. Yeah.
they should have just let him be like a space cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's who he is. That's who he is.
No. The pilot thing, what James said now,
That's what I'm
that
saying. Yeah.
actually, that would have made a
He
lot more
should.
sense of
It
him
would have.
trying to, yeah.
But
And
instead,
you.
I'm telling you, bro, they had to, or this is just like my opinion. Like I feel like they just left so much on the director's chopping floor, bro. I feel like they cut so much out of this movie, and like simple stuff like that, like just small little scenes of like that dynamic. I feel like they just cut so much out of the movie for some odd reason, maybe to get the runtime down, but it should have been more, bro. It should have been.
I mean, here's the thing. I think that here's the thing, but this is the reason why the movie is such a high regard with me. It's because the things that they did do and they attempted to do it, they knocked it out the park.
Yeah.
These things that we're talking about is general. The whole movie is about family. Family shit was the biggest thing.
They hit it.
They knocked that out the park. They wanted to show you that their family and development. Like they already said, this is D Marvel's first family. Like Cryptic said earlier, this is not the Avengers. This is not like their co-workers or anything. This is a family. So this is going to be a family-oriented movie. So I kind of knew already going into that. And I think that they knocked that portion out the park. I do agree that Galactus, I understand why Galactus was done the way he was done, but I honestly think that is because they're going to show him for it later on. He's going to be another bigger bad. Yeah. Like if they flexed him right now, I've been like, okay.
Let me interject real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Talk that shit.
I just want to say, like, bruh, I would have rather not seen Galactus. Like, I would have rather just kept Galactus on the ship and been Fantastic Four versus Silver Surfer than whatever the fuck that was. Because that was bad. I don't know how y'all, if y'all think it's good, hey.
Hey, look, as somebody that grew up with, the original, we all three of us grew up with the original. I was not happy with that fucking cloud shit.
Yeah,
I'm
about to say we seen a lot worse.
Hey, and apparently that was his ship. Apparently Galactus was on. He was there. Too. I do agree that maybe they didn't need to show him. Maybe they could have did the whole Thanos thing where they like hinted towards him, or like you seen him but not the full scale him. That I will agree with you. Him walking.
I agree with that.
Like
Jake said that too.
Yeah, him doing the whole walk thing and him fighting them, and Jake also brought up a point of the whole like, what is it? They weren't used to cosmic scale; they're used to earthly events, things that happen on Earth. So
Yeah.
them going up, it was kind of like, that's my only gripe with it. It seemed like they kind of won by luck.
I mean, but that's what it is with Galactus. I'm not gonna hold you.
He do get his ass beat, but like,
that's what it is with all Marvel villains, or at least like all the past. Like I said, bro. Like if you think Quantum Mania is bad and you think this is good, it's literally the same plot. Like
I didn't think the plot was
Ant-Man. I'm saying like the boss fight at least. Like
okay, boss fight. I'll give you that. I'm about to say I disagree with that.
No, we not total plot, but like when it come down to Act 3 final fight.
Okay.
Like the hero is gonna put up a good fight. It's gonna get really desperate. Somehow they're gonna be superhumans and clever and get lucky. Like that shit is whack.
I mean, that's pretty much superhero trope.
That's superhero trope. So I mean,
that's bad, bro. We're in phase 6. It's 2026, bro. Like what are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean,
there was another thing that you also said about the like how it looked, like the whole blue thing. And looking back, I realized, I don't know, maybe it was just me. I think that Fantastic Four, like it looked more saturated compared to Superman. Like Superman seemed like it had more bright colors and everything.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four was more saturated blue, and we saw it wasn't too bright where it needed to be.
Yeah, I would know. I would say face on said it looked beautiful. Go ahead, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
No, you straight. It's set in 1965. Like Superman is set in who knows what time. Definitely futuristics, but it's definitely set in 1965. So it has that like 16 mm film aesthetic.
Got you. Okay.
That Loki vibe, or not even Loki, but like that early WandaVision vibe. So they did it. They did it good. It should have been better. It should have been better.
I mean, look. Oh dang, Jake here for the smoke.
Oh,
Jake here.
I don't think it's comparable. Ant-Man has seen Thanos, so it makes more sense that he fought Kang. But see, no. That's the only thing I don't agree. Hold
on. You see, you ain't say the one before that. I mean, unless you want Johnny one shot in Galactus, then I don't know how you would have treated him. That is also a fact. It's either if you had him there or you don't. Like that's what it is. I agree with everybody. Even Jake said it.
Johnny only does that if he goes to the.
I mean, he's trolling though. That still wouldn't happen.
No. I get that. The last thing he said though, I don't agree, because I do agree with what Faison said, because like, how the fuck you go? This is Kang now. Kang. This ain't no regular ass villain. Just like Galactus, but this is Kang, and he got stuck. He got stuck in there, and the other Kangs was like, yeah, he's kind of a dick. We're just gonna leave him there. And Ant-Man, like that is, bro. Come on, bro. It's like Frieza getting hung up, and then the little fairy things was laughing. How you lose, bro? I lost the trunks, dog.
I mean, so hold on. That's crazy. Hold on, I'm talking about in terms of experience. He said I'm talking about in terms of experience. Ant-Man has seen the witness cosmic level.
I agree with that.
What he was there for. That's true. But here's my thing is, this is the thing, and we gotta rewire ourselves when we think about this. And I hate to say this, but does that mean that all that shit we was talking about, Kevin Feige was right?
What do you mean?
Remember that they said they were having a conversation about Dr. Doom while Kang was there. Are we following where like the smaller, we're using bigger, quote unquote, bigger bads to step on somebody that's going to be bigger? So Kang was going to be stepped on for Dr. Doom, and now end up being Galactus being stepped on for Dr. Doom, just like he was saying. I think I'm starting to see that trend, and I don't really like that. But now it depends on what. I don't like the trend, but it seems like your big bad. They're trying to get us confused. It was the big bads,
kind of.
Yeah,
that's what it feels like. It feels like someone like Galactus is going to end up like a throwaway villain, and he's kind of pinnacle.
Yeah,
of the Secret Wars thing, because Franklin uses him to fight on what is it called? Battle World. There we go, Battle World. Which it's a big thing. He's not just some regular throwaway person. And then I seen a comic where Franklin and him team up to fight the other Eternals, where they fuse together.
Yeah, they fuse.
It's like
together.
A whole thing. So
it goes crazy.
I know I know we're leading up to Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is Doctor Doom, respectfully, but we can't just keep throwing, like, you can't throw somebody like Galactus in there and just be like, all right, that nigga got
I
sent
mean,
over.
Yeah,
yeah, they were about.
I know,
I
I
agree.
know this movie is a stepping stone for the next one, but that means when the next one comes, all this back and forth we doing, that means that they got an answer for it.
Yeah, they got to answer for it. Yeah, they got to answer for it.
And that's my fear, bro. I feel like they not. I feel like to me, bro, like this movie is literally saying, "Hey, bro, we know y'all like Marvel. We're gonna keep giving y'all movies.
We're gonna get there."
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. And it's like that sucks, bro, because they just get to do whatever they want. I mean, I'm not trying to take away from all the hard work and shit that they doing because, like I said, the movie is beautiful. It's beautiful, but it's not enough, bro. Like it's not enough, bro. And I know we're not expecting everything. We shouldn't expect everything to be Endgame and Infinity War. But at the same time, like these movies aren't getting better. They aren't getting better.
Oh,
like,
no, I disagree. I heavily disagree with that.
Thunderbolts swag. Like I'll give you that. Like it's one of the better movies, but look how long that took. Like we not getting nothing really, really tough. Or at least like to the general masses. Like I'm a fan of Quantumania. I'm a fan of some of the other movies like Thunderbolts, Deadpool, Wolverine. Like those are job decent. But it's nothing been like, damn, bro. Oh, this really what we in for when we have nothing.
I mean, I think you're looking for that action though, part of that though.
Definitely for sure.
I think that's what it is, to be honest with you. And they're going a different direction of making things more meaningful and making things more intense.
I mean, the movie, to me, the movies
just
have
saying
that
words.
action.
Just saying words today.
I mean, apparently, man, that's what they're doing, bro.
This shit don't mean nothing unless you're a super diehard fan, and the theories are better than the movies at this point.
Yeah, because like, I mean, damn, like I agree with you, but on the same time, I disagree. I think the movies have the action. But I think that what the direction that they're going is unconventional because we're so used to what they
just
put
action,
out. And the thing is, because think about this, they're build up movies. This is a stepping stone. We have confirmed. We all agree, right? This is the stepping stone to the next movies that's following up leading up to Doomsday. Okay, what started it for the MCU? Technically, it was
stepping stones,
and then it was what Iron Man, low end Earth-related events. They're doing something completely unconventional, completely like we're going to take cosmic shit and try to throw. Yes, it's I agree with you. It's like that's not what you did before, but they might be cooking, they might not. I am in fear like that they're going to fuck up the next movie or they're going to fuck it up, but I mean, I see the vision. We got to start from point A to get to Robbie and see what they're going to do.
We're not at point A though. We're not at point A though. We 6 phases deep. Like we're 6 phases in, bro. We're not at point A no more.
But technically we are.
Movie from the last phase.
That's a whole new phase though.
The phase starts like that's just goes over it.
No, this is not point A.
He said no.
I'm not giving them the point A. I'm not giving that, bro. We're not doing that. But the last movie was Thunderbolts, right?
Yeah.
That had 3 action sequences in it. And I'm not trying to harp too hard on the action. And I see what Jake's saying. I fuck with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. No Way Home was fire. Deadpool 3 was fire. It had hella action. Whatever. But Thunderbolts was the last movie of Phase 5. And that was slight. We get to the first movie of Phase 6, setting up Secret Wars and Doomsday. And the only fight is literally another heist. Like, what are we doing, bro? Like, that's whack. You had a chance to put fights in, and they cheaped it out with a bullshit montage as the intro. Like that's whack to me.
That's just whack. Your clothes is whack.
But I'm just saying, like all in all, bro. Like I feel like they could do more, but they like, nah, we're not gonna do more. We're just gonna throw all these Easter eggs in here and fanfare. Like I don't want that.
So shit. Then I can go back to what Jake asked. Jake asked, out of the two, which I did ask you already, out of Superman and Fantastic Four, like as far as action, plot, like all in all, what would you give the rating? I think you said Superman was higher, right, for you?
Yeah,
compared to Fantastic Four.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. What and then I think James, we talked about this. You rated it, which is funny as shit that he
Yeah.
came in with the 5 and you switched it up.
Yeah, I went to the 8. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we flopped.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
with Superman, I could give more grace, bro. I could give more grace because it's literally the first. It's literally the first step for DC. This is not the first step for Marvel. This is
Bruh.
a continuation.
Okay.
Hold on, no. We're
Wait.
not keeping that. Nah,
Wait,
bro, that's cap.
Wait, hold
That's
on.
You can go
cap.
take the take, James.
Go ahead,
You can
go
go take
ahead.
the take.
That's what we here
I'm gonna
for.
say.
Hold on,
I'm gonna
go
say. Hold
ahead.
on. Wait. I'm gonna
With
say
the
because
referee.
I started out with this. I literally said Superman was the superhero movie about heroes. This movie, compared to all the other movies that we have had since then, to me was a higher rating than a lot of the. I ranked it higher than Thunderbolts. I ranked it high. I like the story of Thunderbolts. I just agree with the villains. I keep feeling like they're throwing high class villains and just throwing them away. I don't know why they're doing that. I hope it gets better. There's hope for it, but
They're
Okay.
trying to establish
All right.
meaning.
All right, okay, all right. Let me
Over
roll my
to
chair
this-
back. Let me roll back my
Hey.
chair. Hold on. So we're not gonna talk about how they made up a villain that was really ass about the Superman thing. Let's just be real. Lex was a bum. He sent a bum out there. They were bums. They were all bums. I can say that. Bums. All right, that's just what it is.
At least they scrapped though.
He not even super for real.
Nah,
He
they
not
was
even
boxing.
super for
They was
real.
boxing.
They was
He not super for real. He
They
only
was
picked
squabbling.
and choose. He picked and choose. I literally seen a video when they were talking about this man decided Superman just flips the switch when he decides, oh, this man could take a punch. And then when I saw and he could take
Yeah.
a punch, and you know, but the thing about that is though, there was a whole fight scene before that with him getting his ass kicked. Look, y'all talk about traditional tropes. That's been a traditional trope for Superman shit in the beginning. So I hear what you're saying.
I
I
didn't
see
say
what you're
traditional.
saying. But all I'm saying is that shit was ass. We could have got a lot more. You could have brought back Zod. You could have brought back anybody else that could have made that shit
Yeah.
amazing. And I'm saying that straight up as that. You had the Justice Gang in there. Bring somebody for real.
What you
Okay,
mean, Mr.
bring somebody
Terrific?
for
Wait,
real.
what? Mr. Terrific had that shit. What you talking about?
Nah, bro. Nah, we needed some people that make them really, really team up. That's what I'm saying.
Look, I agree with what Jake said about but Lex was breaking suits mentally. Yeah, nah, he had him shaking.
Hold
bro.
on.
When he pulled up was like, where the fuck my dog at, nigga? Stop
Bruh.
playing with me. Where the fuck my
Bruh.
dog at?
When we seen Lex take his dog, bro. Ever.
never.
Right. Stop it.
But he
Stop
was.
it.
Hey,
You see
look.
what type of villain he was? He diabolical,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
He's not diabolical. He's a clown.
We
Lou
snatched
Lou
the
made
little
a
Indian dude
He's
off
a
the street.
clown.
We snatching up everybody. We taking niggas to pocket dimensions and we smoking niggas.
If he
right
was snatching up everybody, he wouldn't have talked all that cash.
I'ma-
have
I'ma
you
crap.
ever seen a hater cry about the hate, bro?
No, he didn't cry about the hate. He cried because he knew he couldn't do nothing. He's a sucker. He knew he couldn't do nothing. He's a sucker. Honestly, he talked all that trash thing. You know, say Lex is this, Lex is that. Man, shut that up. If you was really about it, you knew where all these people at. Don't just get the dog, get to Shorty, get everybody you see. Go ahead and go through that. He ain't do none of that. So I don't want to hear that. Stop giving him that. We seen enough villains in the DC universe. If we gonna talk about it like that, and we gonna keep that same.
I got a hot take on that one. I got a hot take. Y'all tell me if y'all agree or not.
It's the first go round. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I got it. Wait. I got one. Okay, so James got this nigga mad as shit. Hey, look, James Gunn said that he didn't want Superman to be all cosmic, and a lot of people fucking like got pissed off with it. And I was kind of pissed off with it because it was like it's Superman. But I do have to see the vision that he is going with it, because it's like, how could someone like Batman be pinnacle in the verse? Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Zack Snyder movie, but what the fuck was Batman going to do against Darkseid? Like, what was he really going to do against Darkseid? Let's be so fucking for real. Come on, dog. So for them to keep Superman a little bit more contained, they could probably later give him a power up later. But for him to do a little bit, it's the same thing. I'll argue about Fantastic Four, them doing a little bit more containment. They're Earth level heroes fighting a big bad. Granted, Superman was fighting Lex and then dealing with other shit, but it's a little bit more contained in how their direction. I think James Gunn really took a lot of that from Marvel and being like, we can expand on this. We don't have to start big and then try to figure out how we're going to plug. How can we make Batman match up to this where the fans don't, go crazy? How can we bring Green Lantern into this and the fans don't be like, try to go back and forth with us about this? So if we keep people contained a little bit, we can then be like, okay, we'll give them power-ups later. We'll give them something a little bit more to fight on and something, we can work with this ground level story compared to starting out big like Zack Snyderverse. Like I said, I don't know why the fuck Batman was scaling from. Come on, bro.
We didn't even get that in Fantastic Four, bro. We didn't get none of that, bro. We didn't get none of that. We didn't get no introductions to no new characters, no possible. You know what I mean? Like none of that. We ain't get no Supergirl drop. None of that, bro.
That wasn't what it's meant for. That wouldn't have made sense.
No, they didn't. I mean, technically, we did. We got Dr. Doom.
We got Mole Man.
We got people in
hey,
there.
that was kind of cool, actually. I'm
about to say,
Mole Man smoked that shit.
Yeah, Mole Man definitely smoked that shit. You're right.
But I'm saying, like, come on, bro. We didn't get the. We didn't. I have nothing to be excited about from this movie.
I would have fucked with.
That's part about the movie was the end credits.
When does that make sense, y'all? Like,
no. Hold on, James. Spider-Man being there would have made sense because.
How so?
Because what is his next movie?
Universe.
What is his next movie? His next movie is supposed to be Earth level shit, right? So and he's teamed up with the Fantastic Four before. It would have made sense for them to hit towards that
is
shit.
In a comic, but this is set in a different alternate universe in 1960. He wasn't even thought about. Look, y'all gotta start using the brains here,
like,
all right?
I'm saying though, like, bro, we didn't get no cool nothing, bro. We got no cool nothing.
That wasn't meant for. The movie was literally to look. You're saying that, all right, this is what it is. This movie was just introduced, like Nate said.
Yeah,
this movie was introduced for you to be introduced to the Fantastic Four. Sure, Galactus in there, but that was the core thing of that. Introduce the family, because what's going to happen is when they're going against the X-Men, when they're going against certain things, when they're going against other people, now we have an understanding of who their core characters are. So there's going to be tough decisions made.
We already knew that.
We didn't. That's one thing about the Fantastic Four.
You know,
it's a no homework movie.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. They put everything in the movie.
Both movies did that.
You can't say it's a no homework movie and then not even giving us classwork. This is just like the teacher left the motherfucking room and said, "All right, we turn this shit on." Like it's nothing. This movie has nothing, bro.
They kind of explained it in the TV show. Somebody broke it down. It's a lazy way of doing it, but Superman did the same thing. Both movies literally said, "I'm gonna copy off your homework."
But Superman did it way better.
But don't make it look the same. Literally did.
They did it
by throwing random people in here, and you're gonna use the excuse about it's being a new start when we said it's a new phase, and you say it's not the same thing.
No, I said it is. I'm talking. I'm
about
to say Fantastic Four did it by explaining a show, and then Superman did it by a beginning credit scene like Star Wars. Like they both did it,
and they smoked that shit.
Because they look. I'm just saying, like the fans, niggas know that who the fuck Superman is. Niggas know who Fantastic Four is. They was hyping this shit up, and like you said, they were already showing the credit or the trailer for it. Niggas already knew what the fuck was going on. If you didn't know, you were curious about it. I
knew some people that didn't know shit about Fantastic Four and came out here and really knew what Fantastic Four about that. I'm not grading on the scale of what we know, but we know it's a whole different thing.
What fans, yeah.
But
with non-fans
non-fans didn't know nothing about this, and now they came out here. They didn't have to do any research. They understand where the characters at. They told them where the verse was at. So non-fans know the characters. So that's what we achieved. That's why I said, like, all right, if you may not like the premise of it, which I understand, I understand that you don't like the premise of that. But that's why I said that the things that they set out to do, though, they did those motherfuckers. By far, they did those. Now, if you think the things they set out to do is whack, that's something different, right? Yeah. But they came in there and did what they needed to do. That's all I'm saying.
I guess, bro. Like I was like, it's like Christmas, bro. Like you expect to open up the PS5 and it's a Game Boy in there. You just like, all right, I'll take it.
Oh, that
This
was like
nigga,
nah. That was
bruh.
like
Nah, that's
nah.
disrespectful.
I don't know. I
Game,
don't
I
know if
guess. I
Josh.
was
I was about to say I
bro.
don't know if Josh was watching, but it was like when Xbox 360s came out, and I got socks and underwear, and I had
type
to go to
shit.
grandma's house
That's
and had to watch them play the 360 while I had
crazy.
socks and underwear.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
I'm
crazy.
just, you know what I'm saying? I like my socks. I'm gonna wear them, but I want that 360. I know y'all got that 360 money.
Definitely wanted that 360. I
I
knew
need
they had
that
that 360
360.
money. So
I
yeah.
honestly, it's so hard because, like, as a fan, I agree with what you got. You guys are making very fucking valid points when it comes to both movies. But I also got to play devil's advocate on the side of that. Like, yes, I would want in a perfect world, I would want those things to change. But I think they're at a point where they're just like, I'm not really trying to like please everybody. I'm trying to put out as best quality as I can and lead into something that you guys are actually going to want to come and see. Yeah, it's not the greatest thing, but honestly, like we discussed way before the movie came out, Marvel hasn't been hitting like they should have been hitting, and the direction that they're going, yeah, it could have been some things that they could have changed, but all in all, I think both of them are headed neck and neck when it comes to the movies that's come out this year. They're definitely neck and neck when it comes to like they shine in their own qualities.
They shine their own cards. I agree with that.
Yeah, they have their own like Fantastic Four did this better, Superman did this better. It's like, okay, cool. But as a fan of DC, I appreciated the Fantastic Four movie. I like the Superman movie. And I think they both did a great job, and I'm excited to see what the fuck they bring on both sides.
Before I keep hating, can we talk about the end credit scene?
Okay, yeah.
Which one?
Oh.
The reveal. The reveal.
Okay.
Okay.
So
James was right.
James was right. I'm fucking with it. I'm hoping that it's not. Tony Stark's.
Jake. Matter of fact, Jake already confirmed that. He said if you scroll
it's
up,
not going to be a variant.
He said Kevin Feige confirmed that it's not.
It's not a variant. I mean, he may be a Nexus being. He may be the only one.
I mean, I'm hoping it's not even Doctor Doom. You know,
I don't think it is, bro. During the movie, it was really quick. What's his name wasn't there. The nigga of the country wasn't there. There was nobody sitting in that chair.
Right, but I think Latveria. I think that's the reason why I think that he was in. Remember, I told y'all that I thought he was traveling, figuring stuff out. I think he was traveling, figuring stuff out that point.
Stronger,
and then that's why I think he found Franklin. I think that's what I personally think.
Also, like we know, like or at least like comic book accurate, like the Fantastic Four was already have a relationship, and in this movie, Sue is like, you know what I'm saying, like she's like not head of the UN, but she's doing a lot of the politics.
Yeah,
so
she is.
She's already talking to nation's leaders. So I'm thinking in the post-credit scene, like Doom pops up and it just scares her, but it's not going to be a fight. It's just like, oh, Victor, what are you doing here? Type shit. You know,
I agree with that.
Franklin don't look scared. He looks like he's just like, oh shit, it's Victor. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle V type shit.
Yeah,
so,
because he's a master tactician. He's not just gonna do some crazy shit off the rip.
Nah, okay. I'm about to say, I agree with that. I think that when he shows up, Sue. I mean, I do think that it starts off like that, and then it turns to something like a 360 quick. Because Sue is not giving up Franklin. I think he comes in there smooth, saying this is that, and he starts to tell you like, picture how movies be, where the villains is smooth at first. And they talking, and they're like, "Oh, you just didn't know something." And he's getting up there with his mastermind walk, saying, "I want to make sure I protect the world and stuff like that, and all this stuff." And Sue is like, "Oh, I think that too." Then the music start to cue, and he's like, "But I need Franklin."
I think all the same vibe.
The original did that. The original did that. If y'all remember, Reed and all of them, they were on board with Victor Von Doom's plans for shit, and they was like, "Yeah, you know, let's do it," you know. And then they started to see this nigga switch a little bit, like his radical ideas and stuff. So yeah, I agree. I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go with that like tone. But go ahead, face on my bad.
No, you straight. I was just saying. I think it's gonna be the same thing, like Age of Ultron all over again. Like we already seen, like in Fantastic Four, Reed is finding ways to patrol the world. Like he had his drones out there, police sirens out there, like feeding them intel, what's going on, small crimes, city level crimes in the streets. And I think that Doom comes in with the same plan as Tony came in with, like, hey, let's put a suit of armor around the world. Let's find a way to protect the world. But also he has that ulterior motive of grabbing Franklin to work with Galactus. You know what I'm saying? Or like he's not gonna be so reluctant to give up Franklin. It's like, bro, like give up the child. You know, like give up the child.
I mean, I think that too, but that's why I think that Galactus come back. This goes back to my theory when I was telling them, like, it's like the Power Stone thing. Like, he's not. I mean, he's strong arming them, but he's also doing it in a savvy way because he's Doctor Doom, and that's where Galactus, like, absolutely, you know what's going to happen. Galactus is going to come back. It's going to be a clash. They're going to get the what's name, and what's going to happen is Fantastic Four going to be like, oh shit. Yeah, and that's when it's going to really happen. That's when we're going to really see that there's a problem. Like, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm projecting it. But my bad, Chris. It looks like you was about to say something.
No. Like, I just had like a whole fucking epiphany when y'all were talking about that shit, because I was like, I agree with what's going to happen. I think the caveat is going to be they're going to say the whole we got to put a shield on it. We can't have Galactus come back. And he's gonna have recordings of Galactus trying to get Franklin. It's like, oh, okay, Franklin has to be some being. He's gonna see Franklin revive Sue. Okay, we need Franklin. We need him, but it's gonna be behind the scenes. He's not gonna let them know that there's a nefarious thing. He's gonna be like, like you said, Sue's gonna be like, oh, okay, it's just Uncle V, everything. Mm-hmm. And I think that's how it's gonna to transition over to him ending up in the ship, because he's going to end up taking Franklin over here. Like, hey, we need to come over here because they have other shit, and they're going to be like, no, you're not taking my child anywhere. Fuck y'all, I'm taking them.
And we seen like they already discovered light speed travel. They already discovered world teleportation. Like
that shit was crazy.
He could take that light speed scene. Like that shit was fire. I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that. That shit was fire.
The only thing I didn't understand about that is like, how do you have light speed but you're still like Earth level? That
because they're smart. It didn't make sense to me. No, because that's okay.
No. I agree. I'm not saying that they would be stupid, but I'm saying like it seemed like they had already used it. Like they knew about like using it and everything. But I'm like, so there's no other beings in that universe. Nothing like.
No, that like that. Okay, so we got to understand this. That I understand that they did the light speed thing, and that's the light speed thing you're referring to, right?
Yeah.
And depending on how things are, and I'll probably look into this a little later and probably text y'all in the chat to give like more detail. But I'm assuming that the transporting of something versus going at light speed are still totally two different things. Right, like that's physical. Like honestly, just having like physical matter disappear and appear in one place versus light speed when it's just you're moving at such an accelerated space. I think it's a stretch, but I think that the teleportation and it may be a little bit more difficult because you have to break down things. And like in general.
But no, I agree with that. That them just discovering. What I'm saying is like I didn't understand how they had light speed, right? And they had already been using it, and they were putting out probes to hear messages back and forth, but it seemed like they hadn't gone out.
Oh yeah,
like there was no interactions with. What I'm saying is in that universe, they are the only heroes on Earth. Yes, but it wasn't confirmed that there were other heroes elsewhere in the world.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I mean,
so how do you have light speed and you're dealing with Galactus and you're still saying that you're Earth level heroes?
Well, because this is their first time dealing with Galactus.
So that means that they had not fought anything out in.
No, that was the whole thing.
All brilliant city level people like Red Ghost and shit like that. Whack ass niggas.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I'm with you though, like because it don't make sense. Like how do you so smart, and intelligent, and not fighting same level threats? It don't
like the whole teleportation thing, and then the light speed thing. That makes sense. They're smart. I understand that they would have figured it out eventually. What I'm saying is, how do you have light speed, and you're just now fixing, what's his name, Johnny's suit or all the fucking space suits? And it seemed like you had already tested it out before. Like that, it was it. That's
Okay,
the only
so
thing that
hold
I
on.
was like, how?
So wait, what do you mean? So hold on.
So remember, Johnny kept coming in. He was like, "Yo, I want you to fix the suits," and he was like, "All
Oh,
right,
he
cool."
just Johnny. He just
No,
thought
no.
it wasn't important.
But I'm saying it seemed like, but by the time they had went to go travel to Galactus, which they completely ripped off Star Wars, by the way. Let's
They
not.
did. They did.
They used the
that
Star
boy.
Wars Joe, and they acted like niggas didn't know. I knew what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
So they used that shit, right? But it seemed like they had already used it before. So that means that they had done space travel before. And you're telling me that they had no other interactions with any other beings in space, but they were getting messages. It was just
but that's no. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, and I see what you're saying now. Now that you broke it makes sense.
Yeah.
But also, there's a heavy emphasis on this whole thing of he didn't want to dabble with certain things.
Okay.
That was like the whole thing. One of the things too. He like you got to think that. Remember, for a brief second, he thought that those echoes in like space was the reason why all this happened too. So he don't want to fuck with that. I mean, if anything, you could say he you could say Reed was a bitch because you had all the stuff. You had all the stuff. You can go out there and explore. But I mean,
I'm saying all that to say like he already knows how to transfer universes, or he already knows that like all right, multiverses exist, and I think that Dr. Doom is gonna come back like the same way, like present a man with the gift and see what his heart is type shit. Like, hey,
Kendrick Bar.
Yeah, you know, look, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? Also Black Panther reference, you know what I'm saying? Don't say I don't know my shit, gang.
Mm-hmm.
But saying all that to say, I think he comes back with the gift of like, hey, I can help y'all save this world, or I can help you achieve your goal of transforming this world. You know what I'm saying? Before the incursion occurs. And that's how they end up on that ship, reaching a thunderbolt. You know?
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. It better be nice.
That's what I'm saying.
It better be nice. This is setup. So right. I mean, we're gonna be having this. I think that we plan to keep a good thing going. So I mean, I think that we'll be having this conversation, you know, with stuff later down the line, maybe more equipment, you know, how we do it. But it was a stepping stone. But I think we probably pretty much addressed everything with the Fantastic Four at this point.
What was the timeline?
What you mean?
For them setting up the portal? Because I wanted to ask you about that. Because she came out of nowhere.
They had a month. They trapped Silver Surfer for a month in the black hole, and then they had a month to get the portal set up. And they
the pacing made it seem like they had that shit done in like a week.
No, it did seem like that, it was a month. Face sounds correct. They did mention that, and they did answer that question in that joint.
Yeah, it was a month. And now Galactus is apparently trapped for 1,000,000 years because he has no ship. So
on the other side,
side of the universe.
We'll see how he breaks out of that, or like how they speed and progress that timeline.
Because that means he's gonna be hungry.
Yeah, Dr. Doom. Yeah. Everything on that side where he at is cooked. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's cooked. Everything on that side they dropped him off and it's cooked. So,
bro, what if they pull a whole like Madara Obito joint where Dr. Doom tries to control what's his name, Galactus, like a tail beast?
I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Dr. Doom is that charismatic, and you know, I'm sure he's gonna have hella plot armor, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
he's got to
have plot armor for sure.
He's got to.
For sure. Okay. Well, look, man. I mean, we're at an hour mark. Fluctuating the followers. Thank you for everybody that hung in there. Oh, yeah. Jake's still a special shout out to you, Jake. I know we haven't got a chance to get any of your all your questions, but one of these days, man, we'll have a special guest and you jump on here. Get your phone camera. You know what I'm saying? All that social stuff. You can go ahead and send me a DM. We can get you set up, and you know, go ahead and talk your shit. It's take for take.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's for the people. It's with the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what it is. So. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all got anything else going out?
Nah, but we gotta talk about One Piece when we get the chance, bro. I told you I'm pissed, bro.
Oh yeah, we'll schedule that. We'll definitely schedule that.
Man. Make sure y'all tune in. If you ain't seen Fantastic Four, go see it. I hope we ain't spoiled.
Yes, bro. Hey, Marvel, sponsor us. We got good hot takes.
Good hot takes.
For sure. Hot Kevin Feige.
DC,
boy.
the door open.
Right. But yeah, look out for Wonder Man. Look out for Vision Quest coming out soon.
Is that the next thing? I was about to
Yeah,
ask.
next shows. I'm excited for Wonder Man and Vision Quest. So
I meant to say this. I went and watched Rebel Ridge, and I see what you guys are talking about. I am 100% on board. I think he can do it. I agree.
There we go.
I agree.
It's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. It's been real. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with our segment page the power ups.
Yeah.
If y'all got any other questions, please send us DMs, messages, all that stuff. We all have socials. They get to one person to get to all. With that being said, have a good night and y'all have a good work week.
Take for take.
Yes, sir.
Take.